In our budget development, it is critical to read the funding announcement to determine if there are any set financial amounts, any limits, or any percentages that go across the line items in the budget. This tells us if this is a budget-driven project or a project budget. So when you have a project-driven budget versus a budget-driven project, we're looking at limited amount of funding driving the exact work that's to be discussed. In a budget-driven project, in our discussion with PIs, which again, we want to start very early, this can really modify the scope of work that they've planned. So those discussions actually tell us what we can afford to do in any project. We want to ensure that our smaller budgets remain effective and limited, respecting the actual funding announcement. Many of our PIs refer to this as budgeting for a Tesla, but in reality, all they have is enough money for a Nissan Leaf. At the same time, a project-driven budget allows us the wonderful opportunity to have that body of research grow the budget through effective planning. The budget will continue to evolve on our internal budgeting document until the scope's finalized, and we ensure that we have all costs that will move into that final budget. And in this case, that Tesla, well, it becomes a SpaceX Dragon. In either case, there are a few items to keep in mind. When working with partners, a limited budget often gives the collaborators or subawards a set amount that cannot increase. And we always want to request the PI's draft of the proposed research so we can review that scope to that final budget allocation. And again, ensure you start very early in the funding opportunity. If it has any budget limitations, those budget limitations can easily drive the statement of work.